Hello and welcome to this new video. Today I will be explaining why social media is really bad for your life. Reason number one is that social media destroys your motivation of doing other more meaningful things in life. And the reason for this is because of the way our dopamine system in our brain works. As a reminder, dopamine is the main motivational hormone in our body. So let's say there is, for example, a certain meaningful activity that you really enjoy doing. Let's say it is meeting someone you like. Meeting someone you like will create a dopamine peak. However, the height of that dopamine peak isn't stable all the time. It depends on the baseline of your dopamine prior to that activity and the number and height of peaks of dopamine you had in the previous hours, days, or weeks. You might be asking, what does that have to do with social media? Well, the reason for this is because social media is designed to be very extremely dopamine secreting. So if we look at some social media apps like Instagram and TikTok, you're scrolling between various different contents, various different pictures and colors, and partially you're seeing half-naked people. All of this is constantly creating a lot of these dopamine peaks that make your dopamine baseline drop, and it will make your dopamine peak of that activity we talked about drop. This translates to you not being as motivated to pursue that activity. And in our case, it was meeting someone you like, which leads us to the second reason. Social media is paradoxically making you antisocial. I'm gonna explain you this by comparing two different scenarios. Scenario number one, you are engaging in real life social activities. Scenario number two, you are only engaging in social activities on social media. I think we can agree that engaging in actual real life social activities is of higher value and it's better for you. However, realistically, it's much harder. You have to dress up well, you have to leave the house, you have to enter the risk of being rejected in the general public. There are multiple reasons that makes actual real-life social activities harder compared to social media activities. So because social media activities are less risky, they're just much more comfortable, people who use social media a lot will eventually lose their motivation of engaging in real-life activities. Reason number three is social media is making you depressed. And there is a certain study that says that the more time you spend on Facebook, the more hours you spend on Facebook, the more depressed you are. And it seems to be causal rather than correlational, which means that using Facebook directly seems to cause depression. The reason for this is because us humans have the natural tendency to compare ourselves and to strive to become better and better in certain aspects of your life. We want to be the fastest, we want to be the strongest, we want to be the best in school, we want to be the best looking, the best in sports, etc. Let's compare our lives to how it was 50 years ago. 50 years ago, we were comparing ourselves to our family members, classmates, to people in our neighborhood. So let's say 50 people. Nowadays, we are comparing ourselves to literally every human being in the world. And let's say, for example, I'm going to the gym, I want to build a good physique. I want to become better and better in this. I open social media and I see all these crazy looking bodies because, those are the ones who are interesting for the internet. You're not gonna see like the average bodies, you're gonna only see like the top 5% of bodies. So your brain is gonna say, you're trying to build a body, but it's pointless because you see all these crazy bodies, you don't have a chance to become as good as them. This translates to frustration, and frustration eventually will lead to depression. So in future videos, I will be explaining how you could reduce the use of social media effectively. Thanks for watching this video and see you in the next one. Goodbye.